Another thing to look for, and this happens a lot on Dios or Honda Elites that have been turned into 125 cc's or 114 or 98, is you take the belt out right here, okay, and we'll just put the belt over here, let's just say. You want to look up in the cavity here. I'll get my little light. And you want to look along here, and you can see that belt mark right there, just a little bit. And actually, these castings for the RUCKUS are very, very good compared to some of the Dios. A lot of times, when you have a larger variator in the front, or you have Dio ZX drive, which has a little bit bigger pulley. This pulley, it's a little bit bigger than stock. You'll see the belt cause, well, you'll see it eat into the aluminum right down here. Not really eat it, but polishes up. It's not supposed to do that. But due to some of the casting, you have those kind of problems, and you want to watch and make sure that your bike or belt is not doing that, because it's not supposed to do that. With the Dios, they have a problem down in here, right here, and there is a problem right up in here. And so you can take a grinder and grind that down if you'd like, or it's just something to be aware of. Now, if you've looked at this video and go, oh God, I didn't think of that, then you've learned something. Because this is something from all my years of doing this. Alright, now back to the RUCKUS transmission. I'll show you the way it works. What we have is a primary drive. I'll just call it a primary drive, and it goes into gear reduction. There's a gear behind here, and I will show you the gear after we go to take it apart. But that gear goes on to another gear over here, and you can see where the belt attaches to right here, and you can see where my finger's pointing, and it ends up with all the gearing coming out this shaft right here around the brake. And if you look very closely, look at that, there's oil on there. Now, that's not good. There's not supposed to be any oil on there. Oil on your brake pads, any kind of oil, is no. Okay, oil. What happens is oil gets on your brake pads, all right, and it saturates in there. When you go to put on your brakes, instead of this sliding, say, sliding around your wheel, I can't think of the name now. But what happens if there's any kind of oil, and this goes with the clutch pads too, but it happens with the brakes because there's oil around there. Any kind of oil will cause these brake pads to grab the your drum brake and immediately lock up. They will grab it like a magnet, and they will not let go. That's why you don't want to have that. Now I'm looking here and I didn't notice that, but I think we have a problem with the seal in there. You can see the blue bearing. This blue bearing is what this reducer shaft or your rear axle shaft drives on. Behind that blue bearing is another seal, which holds the oil, which 0.1 liter, I think that's what it means. I have no idea how much. If they said 1 ounce, a half an ounce, 2 ounces, I could tell you exactly what that means. 0.1 liter. That could be 1,500 metric gallons for all I know. Or I don't even know. Well, don't get me started. The metric system, pound for pound, is a better system than the American English system of weights and measurements. It is better. But I was never raised with it, and I could never get used to it, because that's just what I was raised with. Even though, you know, the world, it's like we're going to watch Super Bowl in 2 weeks. It's American football. Well, we play American football and we don't watch soccer, which is called football around the world. I don't watch soccer unless I can see some guy named, I think his name is David Rooney, highlights. I mean, that guy's a good kicker, I think. Anyway, next video. That's all I got to say about soccer.